Hi, welcome back to another dance practice reaction. Like the title says, in this one we're gonna be reacting to LOONA's Why Not, which was finally released. I was actually wondering myself if they even will put out the dance practice because it took a while, like a month nearly, right? So I was kind of surprised when they released it yesterday on Thursday. So I was kind of surprised and I was happy. I was kind of relieved too because I was planning on doing the dance practice reaction to my favorite group, to a really dope comeback that they just had. And then later I found out on Twitter that it was kind of this late because they're doing the lunar cycle kind of thing again that they did a few comebacks back. I think they didn't do it for So What, but I think they did it for Butterfly. I'm not so sure with that because that goes way over my head with that stuff. So I can't really say this is gonna be my first time reacting to the dance itself, because if LOONA has a comeback, since it's my, old group, since it's my favorite group, I follow them really closely with each comeback and I watch basically nearly every stage. I watch every music show that they're in. So I can't really say that I'm not familiar with the dance, but in the dance practice, you still see stuff that they don't show on the music shows and the stages because they cut in between and everything. Here, you really can see it full on wide what everyone is doing and how the choreography looks together and how it flows and all that stuff. So, in that way, it's kind of first time reaction, but I know the dance already more or less, so it's also not really a first time reaction. But yeah, I think without further ado, we're just gonna go ahead and react to the dance practice and then afterwards do the dance analysis. Yes, go on center, let's go. You know what that reminds me of the hashtag intro, their late recent, oh my god, comeback. Ooh, the accents. I love in this part how they play with the texture. Oh, nice 3D movement. Okay. Eh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bum, bum, bum. Let's pump it up. Dum dee dum dee dum. Dum dum dee dum. Yeah. Dee da dum dee dum dee dum. Okay, I should concentrate. Holy crap. Okay. Hey, hey. Ooh. Love that little milk right there. Okay. Awe, awe, awe. Yo, Olivia coming in swinging hard. Oh, yeah, shit. Let's go. Tell me a better duo than those two, man. Hey, 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 hey. That's like more or less my favorite part of the whole choreography. It's just so addictive. This also reminds me of an older choreo of them with the like member reveals. I love how they do that in nearly each choreography. Oof. Oof. Ooh, loved how she like that level change, how she like came out of there. Dum dum. Dum. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dum dum dum. Let's pop it up. Hey, dum da dee dum. Yeah. Dee da dum dee dum dee dum. Oh, the god, that. Yo, love how they're like jumping into that walkout. Ooh, ooh, la la. Ooh. I love how like at the end they're like really milking it, giving it that texture, giving that to the movements. Why not do it? Midnight dancing, dancing, dancing. Gosh, I swear to God, their hands, gestures, and placement, it's all so good intentions. Like, they just, like, look at that. Like, it feels like there's the attention to it, the detail to it. Like, they care where their hands and how they're placed. Like look. Yes. It's Olivia coming. Oof. Olivia coming in hard in that part. I swear to God. I would even argue, dancing wise, this song really fits her the most, kinda. Oof. Like giving it the time, Eve. Of course. Sorry. The last shot of Chu, it's like everyone is like kind of bad. Okay, Govan isn't bad, but like kind of bad. And then you got Chu. Oh, our sunshine, one of our sunshines. Oh my god, that's the cutest thing ever, just right there. Like I said in the intro, I know the choreography already, some stuff. I saw some stuff that I didn't saw, some, especially formation things that they unfortunately don't always show on the music shows, which just nag on me, which are like, why are you close up shotting on that part? You have to go wide on that. Like, look at that formation. Like, hello. On the other side, I understand it. They want to show who is singing at the moment, so that's why they're closing up, do some close up shots on those parts. But yeah, yo, I'ma tell you guys, I know this choreography is not even close to the technical difficulty level of Butterfly, but it has its own little tricky things, like those little isolation things that they do, which they execute amazingly. How they, like, in the point choreography in the chorus, how they, like, to the end, they like really milk the end of the movement, so it really gives that like long feeling, and then really go at the last second into the next move, so it really feels nice, flowy, but still has that textural element of like, really putting that pressure in that tension in that just makes it so those movements, even though they're so simple, how their hands, like, I know that's something really small, and maybe a lot of people are like, that's not that important, but if you give the detail to your hands, especially on formation parts, and really go to each member and be like, yeah, hold it like that, we're like that. If you give that detail, and I know Luna is that detail oriented, they told us, I don't know in which interview, that they're that detail oriented, that they're like checking each pose of each movement. And that's why they're this synchronized, because everyone has the same intention on where their hand placement goes. Like, it goes down to their finger placements. Like, we're gonna go more into detail afterwards, but I think in some parts they all have the same hand gestures. Like, they went down to the fingertips on how to hold their hands, and that's why they're so hella synchronized. The like standout for me is Olivia in this choreography, or in this dance practice at least. Every time she was in the middle, she came in swinging hard. Like, it was totally, she was like, that's my part, I'm just gonna destroy all of you guys. It just felt like that. She also had always the parts that fitted her the most, like she really could live in her moments. So yeah, those are like my first few impressions that I got of the choreography. But we're gonna go ahead and watch it a second time, and I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more details on some of the stuff that I saw. Let's go ahead and do the dance analysis. You, the intro with Govon Center. Let's go. Okay, let's just pause it at the intro so I can like dissect the intro a little bit. First of all, I said it, I think, in the reaction before, that it really reminds me a little bit of the Hash. I think it's called Hash, right? I'm not so sure anymore, but the hashtag intro from their other comeback before Why Not, where Hyunjin was like the one controlling them. And it kind of feels like that, just a little bit. And I found that really cool, because it feels like a puzzle piece connecting those two choreographies a little bit, or those two comebacks. And yeah, love the little bounce at the end of the move. I think Yoshin does it the most accented it. Can I say it like that? Like the most hard of all of them. You could really see that bounce at the end. Dum, dum. Yeah. Jinsol and Yoshin really like dun dun, like a little double bounce that they're going in after the little isolation. Love the like ripple that goes on behind there. Like first they go down the first row and then the other ones come over it. That's like the move that reminds me the most of that intro dance from hashtag or hash, because Hyunjin I think had that same move too in that intro. Already there, the placement of how they decided to take down their hand, they all do it freaking the same. It's like, oof, oof, that fast thing. Wait, what was that? What was that? Hold up. Oh, okay, it's two placements and then down to like kind of time stops that they do right there. And then the down, it's really fast. Like I was like, what exactly are they doing? It's freaking cool, man. Now comes one of my favorite parts. Oof, oof, look at how they're playing with texture. Like this whole section is so small in movement. Like they all do it just with upper body and especially the arms and hands. But the way they play with the texture during that part makes it so show-stopping, and my heart rate goes up every single time. Like the first time I saw that, I was like, oh my god, because it also shows again how synchronized and how detailed LOONA is with their dancing. First of all, the accents that they do, those little snappy movements that they have in there, those really hitting accents that they do, really nice. And ta 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 to to that ta ta, that first like fast snappy movement and then the time stop gives a nice little textural element, because you think, oh, it's gonna go fast somewhere else, but no, they keep it there and they have all the same arm movement. You see it even here, like look at that, like everyone exactly above their heads and everyone like 90 degrees angle, not 90, 45 degrees angle, like it's crazy. But let's go back to that ta-ta fast one. Ta-ta. You see how they stop it for a second? That's a time stop. They really are not moving any muscles. They really stop time for a second. It kind of looks like they are just chilling, but they're really tensed up to stop from moving for a second and then, you know, isolate to the next movement to have that one where they milk it down, which gives another textural element, which is isolate and then the milk coming in. Ta-ta, boom, boom, that boom, boom. Really snappy, really isolated, and then comes that really nice milk coming down. Ugh, it's so good. Again, ta-ta-ta, boom. Like a really small, little isolated movement, and then the milk to the side. Everyone really going with the chin. Like, look at that. They were probably in the room, were like, okay, everyone follow with the chin your hands so it has the same feeling. It's just so detailed, so small little things, so small little texture things. But this part shows just really great how detailed LOONA is with their dancing, how synchronized they are with their dancing. Ta-ta, boom. Ta-ta. Yes. This part is just freaking cool because of the different like 3D effect kind of that they do, like with the formation. You know, first you have the inner circle up, then the outer go in, and then they have like a kind of ripple going on. It's just really cool little flowy formation scene right here. And it also again shows how like calm they are when they're dancing. They don't feel stressed at all. They also extend really nicely, which makes those beautiful lines in this part right here. They really push through the wrist to have that nice extended feeling on those slow parts, especially like here. Hey. Wow, 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 wow. Nice little isolation right here. Yes. Hey, oof, that milk at the end. Okay, just a little second right here before we go into the point choreography. I love that in each title track of theirs, their chorus choreography is different. They show something different. Like Hi Hi was that cute, bubbly, you know, a lot of jumping, a lot of like upbeat movements. Then Butterfly was that, you know, out of this world, beautiful hands, beautiful, a little bit more, yeah, leaning on lines and everything and having really extended, you know, body control and everything. Then So What was more kind of on the hip hop side. It was a little bit more grounded. It wasn't that up. It had a little bit more of an aggressive dance style in it, fitting to the song, of course. And now Why Not? It goes a little closer to Hi Hi, but it's not really at Hi Hi. It's more like a really groovy, isolated kind of feeling that they give off in the chorus choreography. Like they have already the intro into the chorus choreography is just isolation, shoulder, upper body, and then head, and then let's pump it up. That one is really groovy. You have to really like use your core, open up, ta ta. Then we have again a isolation, like the separated body roll basically. Then again something groovy coming in, yeah. And then they have that jumping thingy that kind of a little bit reminds you of Hi Hi, of just, you know, having that jumping feeling in there, but it still is as grounded as So What, so it's kind of a mixture of that. And then, of course, the chorus choreography comes in with where I have something else to tell you guys, but let's watch it one more time, the whole chorus. Da da di da. Yeah, that one is also. And then they again go isolated, right? Ta dum dum. That's just grooving, like staying in that vibe. If you lose yourself there, you're lost, basically. Where, hey, ooh, la la, where. How they milk at the end of the movements. Oof, that's separated. Up there, oof, let's go. Take it to the right, take it to the left. Dance all night like a Mandela. Boom, ta, boom, ha, boom, hey, boom, ha. Okay, let's go to the Tuchin part right there, the best duo in this world, in my opinion. I'm probably not the only one, but it kind of reminded me a little bit of Irene and Solgi's, you know, Nadi dancing. It had a little bit of whacking in there, or they had also voguing. I'm actually not so familiar with the style, so if I confuse those two and some of you guys are from that background, please let me know which one of the two were, but it reminds me a lot of what Solgi and Irene did in Nadi just like a few months back. So I think like the choreographer was a bit influenced or a bit, you know, inspired by that choreography. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, I know who it reminds me of, and it's freaking cool. And they do it in their own way. So, oof. In this one, it's really interesting. They use a lot of like fast movements, slowing it down and then snapping to the end of the movement. So it gives also a nice little textural feeling. Like we have a milk to the side with the body roll. And you see how they like go fast, they kind of slow it down and then snap it at the end, especially Heejin in this one. It's a really nice little textural feeling that they go with. Oof, the snappy in between, and their body posture, like they're sitting in there, they're really using every muscle of their body to dance. How they really extend as much as possible in that going down roll, which is actually not that easy to engage your upper body. Being on the ground is kind of a workout on its own if you do that. Like you really have to really push through it because you're kind of restricted when you're down on the ground and when you're going down. That's why when a lot of people try to copy it, it kind of gets smaller and smaller, the body roll, the more down you go. So it's just something that you have to push through and get used to and build the strength to. Then the last one, that grooving on the ground with the upper body, is freaking cool too. It's one of my favorite moments. Every time I listen to the song, I'm also on the ground doing that one on that part. Whew. That's a no-no. Boom, boom. I know they do it another time too, that like member reveal, but I just have to say it here. It kind of reminds me of Colors when they did the same thing with Jinsol and Yojin. I think they do it a lot of times, like kind of changing members with interesting formations, kind of like in Colors it was really like a magic trick. You're like really like how is now Jinsol like what? And this one is a little bit more simpler, but I think that's a really cool like red storyline that they have in each choreography too, that little member reveal, that little magician trick that they have going on. Snappy as hell. Them on the side, like snappy as hell. Look at them. What? Ta, tu, tu, pa, boom, ta. Ooh, those turns, nice. And that's what I mean. Again, in this part, you see it again. You can really see the attention in each move. Like, none of their moves feel like, oh, that's just a throwaway move, if you know what I mean. Sometimes it could happen, especially with a group this big, that members that are maybe behind or something like that are like, okay, I don't have to like put that much intention, that much strength into that move. I'm just gonna chill and then use my strength for my part, if you know what I mean. And that's not the case with LOONA. Like every single, even if it's the littlest move, it has intention in there. Even when they're walking to their spot, they're walking with intention. It's never like, okay, and let's go again back into the choreography. Ta, ta, ta. Oof. Nice little isolations. Tack, tack. I love how Eve goes up again too, like that she just not lets the member do the work for this effect of kind of revealing her in the middle. Like they go down, and in the same time she like kind of opens her chest a little bit, does a little chest pop just to make that effect of the level change even bigger. Tuck. You see how she really tuck goes up with it. That makes it even better, that level change, that effect, because she works with the members basically. That's also something that LOONA is amazing with. They use their advantage of having this many members amazingly. Whoo. Whoa, 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 whoa. Boom, boom, boom. Let's pop it up. Da, da, di, da, di, da. Yeah. Di, da, da, di, da, di, da. Oh, to body, da. I swear, I just love how they walk out. They're like, and let's go. That like change feet before they walk out. And it's like with so much strength and again, a tension behind it. Like, yes, I'm walking out. It's just so cool. Nice little footwork. That ripple. Okay. Ooh. I had to wait on this second because Kim Lip just executes the point choreography so good. Her lines, I know she's one of the strongest members when it comes to dances that have to do with lines. Like she can do really beautiful straight lines and she has really open posture. And also her milking, how she milks at the end. Like it just, oof, oh, look how much like tension there is, like to her fingertips. And then here again, look how her fingers are basically bent. She really puts the tension in there to milk that at the end of the movement, and it just gives that kind of edge a little bit over the other members in this part. It's just oof. Ooh la la, away away away, la la, away away away. Nice little like footwork, and then that like basically house movement. Oh yeah, that's what I was searching for. Like the grooves that they use in this choreography, especially the chorus, or a lot of house grooves, like that basic house bounce groove that they just did at the end of the footwork. Also the footwork kind of has a little bit from house, I would say even more from breakdance maybe, but like that ending bounce is totally house. Got to read it groovy. Hey, hey, hey. Why not do it? Midnight dancing. Again, the member reveal. And here it goes. Oof. Like, also something that they're really good at is the control of their hair. There's other choreographies, I think in Voices, where they have the hair choreography, so I'm gonna talk about that when I react to the Voices choreography, because they can control their hair, they can really do hair choreography too. Like, they're so freaking versatile. That's like basic the whole explanation of this dance practice reaction. LOONA is so versatile and excels in nearly every category when it comes to dancing. That's like the whole summary of this reaction. Yeah. You guys, I never saw that like in like full picture like that, but like just how they go out beautiful with their hands, like have that little snap in there and then go back at the last like milk, how they really are in there having the tension to the fingertips. It gives just that nice texture, and I know I sound like a broken record on this dance practice reaction, but texture is so important when you dance. Like, it's similar to when you speak. Like, no one speaks in like totally monotone way, if you know what I mean. Like, if someone would talk like that, it would be really boring and you guys would probably click off of this video right away. The same goes for dancing. If you don't put those little detail, this little execution things at the end of movements or in between of movements, if you don't let it flow, have like really go to the end and then snap into the next one, feeling like you would miss the next move or something like that, that's what makes it the dancing interesting. And it's, like I said, similar to speaking. Like, I speak with like right now an urgency because I want to get something out, and it comes down to dancing too. If you want to have something urgent, you dance a little faster, you have that feeling in there, and you're not just like always the same. Like, there are styles or parts where you have to dance like that, but most of the time you need those textural changes to have that like wave of like interesting speaking and dancing, basically, because dancing is a language too, more or less. I hope that just made sense what I was talking about. Hits. Yo, the hits, man, the hits. Something that I am really, really good at too. One of my fortes. Boom, boom. They use the back hit, like they really contract when their upper body goes back, like ta-ta. It's like a double hit back. It's kind of like you could say a double bounce into the back, basically. And at the end of that double bounce, you contract your muscles for a tiny little second, and that's a hit. And that's the difference between time stops and hits. Hits are contracting your muscles for a really short second and in between having the relaxation, while time stops, you really have to be more or less contracted on the upper body and the upper arms most of the time, so you don't get that hit feeling. So you're really contracting your muscles everywhere, basically all the time. So that's a little difference there. So really nice little hits. I think Eve executes them the best. I would even say Hyunjin. Just now on second watch. Oh, wait. Yo, that little isolation with the upper body. I saw that. I think that was Hyunjin. She's really strong in that. Ooh. Yeah. Did you saw her body roll? She like went ooh, and then ta 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 ta. Like, it was so isolated and so nice executed. Oh my god, just focus on Hyunjin in that part for a second. Ta 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 ta. How she gives like that accent and then slows it down. That's what I mean with the textural elements in between, which are so important. Hey, whoa, whoa. And tension, the detail, the placement. Hey, the synchronization, like, that's so satisfying. Tak, whoa, ta ta. There you gotta get in. Those were like time stops, kind of, with their feet that they do right here. Boom, ta ta. Like some stops in between, like some time stops. Dub-de-dub-de-dub. And we go. Ooh la la, awe, awe, awe. Ooh la la, meve andre, andre. And how Eve is just there like, yes, that's my moment. And then you watch Chu and it just doesn't fit. Like, no. It's so cute. Wow, I talked now for like at least 20 minutes again on Luna's dancing. Like I said, I could even go harder with the explaining and what I see. I could watch it a second time and find even new stuff that I missed in this watch too. But like I said, that will go way too long. But yeah, I still hope you enjoyed this dance practice reaction and analysis. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought of Luna's Why Not dance practice. Also, let me know what you want to see me react to next from Luna. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Be safe and don't forget to subscribe, like, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.